Here are 3 questions everyone should ask themselves if they're trying to identify if they're going to be successful or not, or they're trying to identify if someone else they know will become successful, whether that's your kids, whether that's your friends, whether that's you personally. You have to ask yourself these 3 things. Number 1, do you have a fixed or a growth mindset? What that means, a fixed mindset, I'll give you an example, which would be baseball, for example. A fixed mindset, I'm a high school baseball player, and I'm looking around the guys on my team, I'm like, oh my God, they're so good. I can never be that good because they're bigger than me, they're stronger than me, they're faster, they have better coaching. The growth mindset is, wow, they're really good. I wonder what they do that I don't. I wonder what coaches they go to. I wonder what books they read. I wonder what training they're doing in the weight room. I wonder if they're watching MLB baseball and taking notes. I wonder all the other things that they're doing. So they try to extract as much information to understand what the successful baseball player is doing, so then they can reverse engineer and emulate what they're doing to become better at baseball. So you have to identify whether or not you have a fixed or a growth mindset, and you have to start shifting that. If you want to be successful, you have to be thinking of growth. You can't be thinking of where you're constrained and you're fixed where you're at, because everyone's constantly growing, but a lot of people just sit and they just become stale because they don't have the mindset of how do I get better, how do I get better, how do I get better. Now, number 2, there's those who say and there's those who do. Many people, I would say 80 to 90% of, especially young guys in their 20s, girls in their 20s, who say, oh, I'm gonna start a company. Oh, I'm gonna grow a company like Facebook, a social media network. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start a business. I'm never gonna work for anybody. It's a lot of wants and it's a lot of wishes. It's not what they're actually doing. Are they actually taking steps from point A to point B to point C to point D and so on, eventually getting to D, which takes decades to do, and many are not patient. So those who constantly have the ideas but never execute typically are the ones that get stuck working the corporate job. They never start a company. They're the wishers and wanters, but they don't actually do. Even if you do one small thing a day and you're working towards a goal, whether that's starting a business or starting to put content online or a personal brand or whatever it may be, you need to slowly add to it and enjoy the process along the way, as opposed to burning yourself out and just saying, oh, one day I'm gonna be famous, one day I'm gonna do this. No, you have to go through these steps in order to get there. And the third and final thing is, do you value money or do you value learning? Now, I can tell you from my experience, those who come to me or that I've worked with, they've always came to me with the learning first. I don't care about money. I'll be an intern, I'll work for free. I'll chop up this video for free. I'll do X, Y, Z for free just because I want to learn what you're doing. Now the value, and I'll give you an example. The value of that, I've had several interns. Hunter, I've had Adam, and then I had Ryan. Hunter came to me when he was in high school. He was a workaholic on his own little fitness thing that he was building at the time. He was 18 years old, didn't want to go to college. He wanted to do what I was doing. So he reached out to me, found me online, and then eventually convinced his principal to let him spend his senior year or his second semester senior year in the principal's office working for Twice Speed, working for me. And he was able to help with ads. He was able to help with, I did a launch with the professor. He was able to help with that. He actually played the professor one-on-one. He was able to do a lot of cool things, and it all started with, hey, I want to help you. Let me know how I can help you. And it turned into him interning for 2 to 3 years. We still talk all the time. He's doing very, very successful now. He opened up gyms. I actually gave him a loan at one point to help him with the gym, but it all started with him just reaching out and saying, how can I help you? I want to learn what you're doing. I don't want to go to college. This is what I want to do. I want to be in the fitness world. I want to open up a gym. I ended up introducing him to a buddy of mine named Connor, who helped him open up gyms and helped him understand the mindset behind gyms. A lot of doors open for Hunter. That's the first of the 3 interns. I can go on and on about the 3 different styles, and in other videos I will. But with Hunter, he came to me with the learn first. And it led to him being able to go off on his own, spread his wings, fly, and open up gyms. And now he's doing what he loves. And I answered a lot of the questions, opened a lot of the doors for him because he was helping me. That's how it works. If you were to came to me and said, hey, I'm 18 years old, I'm really good at video editing, I want to do what you do, but you owe me $2,000 a month or $3,000 a month. We never worked together, ever. Like, he lived in the room that I'm in right now. He actually lived in this room at one point, moved to Chicago for over Christmas break and then over spring break, and then he spent the summer here, and I believe he spent a second summer here, maybe, I forget. But he ended up moving in with me and learning from someone who was at the time making over $1 million in my mid-20s in top line, at the time that he was there, and he was seeing it all, and he was 18 years old and helping me firsthand film the workouts, launch the workouts, do everything related to building a brand online. He was able to see it firsthand. Now that, it's hard to put a price tag on that. It's hard to put a price tag on me introducing him to gym owners to help him open up gyms. It's hard to put a price tag, I guess you could put a price tag on me giving him a loan and saying, hey, like, I'll buy your gym. It's hard to really identify what you do now for free, how much it'll pay dividends in the future. So you have to start changing the way that you think. You have to value learning like you're valuing money. If I came to you and said, I'll give you $100,000 tomorrow to work with me and you're gonna learn ads, copy, you're gonna learn my world. You probably are not the right fit to learn the world. You're gonna take the 100 because you're like, oh, that's cool. But when you really get into the nitty gritty of ads and companies and everything online, it's so much larger than 100,000. So you should care more about the upside, the 5, the 10, the 20, the 30, the $50 million that can be built by understanding what's happening in the world right now with content, with ads, with just the temperature of the market. If you want to start a company, you're better off learning from someone who's on the process of starting companies, growing companies, building, selling companies, than you just trying to do it on your own. So offer your time. If you're young and you're not making money, I highly recommend you offer your time to just learn from other people. You can take it yourself and you can eventually use it, but learn. Do not value the money. I cannot tell you how many times I get messages from people that just want to be paid for things. I'm just like, you should pay me. Honestly, like, you should pay me to learn how to write copy or learn how to upload ads. You should pay me if you wanted to work for me. And that's really the mindset that I have, because there's so much valuable information out there that you're just one touch away. If you make friends with the right guy or the right girl, they can open up doors for you financially and just overall you as a person that you would never ever get if you ask them for money on step number 1 or the first time you met them. No one likes that. It's a turn off. But if you guys enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel, leave your comment, let me know what content you want, and always remember that I punch harder than you.